Welcome back to my channel, guys, and if you were new, well, you do not know what's coming next, because my life is just a crazy ass story and we're gonna keep going with it. So today I'm telling you guys a story time about my past that is I didn't know if I was ready to put this out there for you guys, but I was like, you know what, they're ready to hear it. And I don't even think the story is crazy. I think it's just dumb. Kind of just tells you guys how dumb I was, so that's why I didn't want to really put it out there, but I'm going to. So anyways, the story time's pretty self-explanatory. It's how my ex robbed my house and then tased me. It was just a typical November day about 3 years ago. I was 16 and we're all just hanging out in my basement suite, me and a bunch of my friends, and this is about like a month after me and my ex stopped seeing each other. I mean, I wouldn't really consider him an ex because we never really went on dates or did anything. We only like hung out with people around at like parties, or like we'd hang out at trap houses, just do stupid like shit, like I don't even know, like it was not actual dating. Like he never took me on a date, we never, like, it was not dating, okay?
So I quickly added this video in just to sum up what we did pretty much 24/7 and to prove how stupid I was and like who plays with guns like that, like
Anyways, on to the story. So me and my friends are just hanging out in my basement suite. There's two guys and then me and my girl, and we're just hanging out, having a good time, and 4 hours roll around of us just sipping, getting drunk. And I don't like condone underage drinking or anything, but like I was just wildin' at this age. I don't know, like if you're 16 you shouldn't be getting wasted, but there's just another, I don't know, there's just a whole nother side of me at this age that I just wanted to grow up. I just wanted to be older than I was. I wanted to grow up faster than I wanted to, and I just felt like I already understood the world when I really didn't. So anyways, I was really wasted at this time. I was like pretty drunk, like out of it. I mean, not the point of like blacking out, but like at the point of like I was faded, like gone. And so I'm all over the place, and my ex texts me and he tells me that he's coming to my house. And so I text him, I'm like, no you're not coming here. And he tells me he is, and he's like, trust me, I'll be there. And I tell him, you come over to my house and there's gonna be trouble. Trust me, I'm gonna make your life a living hell. And I kind of just try to scare him away, but that doesn't work. And so an hour rolls by and I hear a knock at the door, and I'm like, oh shit. And I didn't like think to tell anyone that he was gonna come there, because like they all know who he is, but I didn't think to tell him that he was coming there because I didn't really believe him. He always just messaged me to scare me all the time, and like he always tried scaring me, so I was like, he's just trying to scare me again, like whatever. So anyways, I hear a knock at the door and I go up to open it, and to go up the basement suite there's stairs, and then there's like, you have to go through a door, and then there's like a little entry where there's like two doors to go to like the upstairs of the house or to the main house. So it's kind of like a little like den, I don't know. So I open it and I make sure I shut the door behind me, and I'm like, what are you doing here? I told you not to come here, because I instantly knew it was him, because I knew no one else would show up to my place. Not lots of people knew where I lived. Like I was pretty low-key about where I lived. So anyways, he was like with 5 people that I knew, and I was like, hey, what are you, like, and for one, he was with a girl who I introduced him to like 2 weeks before. I was like, this girl is like 80 pounds, why would you bring her to this? Like he was just so stupid. Like, you're supposed to do a house raid right now and you're bringing a girl that weighs 80 pounds, like, okay. Anyways, so he's like, I'm going down there to get him right now, Chanel, move out of my way. And I was like, no you're not. And he shoves me, he pushes me against the wall, and he's like, bitch, move out of my way. And I was like, okay, and there's nothing else I can freaking do now. So he runs downstairs and he grabs Bob, and Bob starts running up the stairs but couldn't get outside, and so he throws Bob like against the ground, and I'm like, what the hell is going? And Bob's friend, so while all this is happening, Bob's friend runs out the window downstairs. He goes outside, pulls up the car right in front of the house to like get ready for him to come outside. And so as his friend's downstairs, he's like on the ground now, and like my ex is sitting there, and he's like, blah blah blah, and my ex could like easily punch someone out and like knock them out in 1 minute. Like one punch and you're out for a minute. Like no one would ever let my ex get a punch on him, because like you're sleeping cold for 5 minutes. But instead my ex decides to bring out the stupid gun, and boom, like boom, right in the head. And I'm like, what the fuck just happened? He brings out this gun, his head just explodes, like not because he shot him, but he just hit him with the fucking gun, like pistol whips him, blood just goes everywhere in my house, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck do I do now? Like, what the hell just happened? Like, there's just blood all over the ground, all over the roof, like all over the side of the walls, and I'm just like, okay, this guy's dying. Like, I need to, like, what do I do? And like at this point, I couldn't call the cops. Like, that's just not how it worked back then, or like back in like the situation I was in. Like, you couldn't call the cops or else like more trouble would be coming at me, you know. So I was like, you know what, like, I need to get him out of here. So I was like to my ex, I was like, get out of my house right now, get out of my house. And he looked at me, he was like, get out of my way, Chanel. I'm going through his pockets, I'm getting everything that's on him, you better get out of my way. And I'm like, get out of my house now. And I start screaming, and he tased me. That's when he tased me, and he gives me a taste. He's like, boo, and I'm like, and then I start screaming. I'm like, get out of my house right now. Like, I was so mad at that point that he just tased me. And then so he tased me again, and this time it was even longer. It was like, zzz, and I was like, what the fuck? And I just go ham. Like, I didn't fall to the ground at all, and I was just so mad. And everyone else is like looking at me like, how the hell is this girl not on the ground right now? Like, what the hell is happening? And I'm like, Cameron, I was like to my ex, get out right now. And he tases me one more time for the third time. And that time I like just hit the ground, and I get back up, and I'm like, okay, you just tased me for a third time. There's a guy dying on my ground. Get out now. And like the guy, so Bob starts to finally wake up and understand what's happening. And like my ex already went through all of his pockets and got even like his Gucci belt. Like, this guy was dressed up in designer, and he tried stripping him for his designer. Like, you're trying to like make this, like, what? Like, my ex is just such a custy. I don't even, like, I shouldn't even be, it's just easy to refer to him as my ex, but like, it was the custiest thing I've ever seen. Like, it was so gross. And so anyways, Bob gets up, and he like thinks he's gonna die, so he just starts sprinting. They already have what they want of his pockets and everything, so they let him go. Anyways, Bob runs in front of the house. He escapes, and not really escapes, but he gets out of there with his head half wide open. He had to go to the hospital and get stitches, and I think he had to get like 50 stitches or something like that. Like, it was a crazy amount. He was in there for a good minute, and my ex decided to stay at my house, and he's like, yeah, so we're just gonna chill here for a bit now. And I just felt so hopeless. Like, there was nothing I could do. I was like so mad. I didn't even know what I could do at that point. I was like, so I guess I'm hanging here with a bunch of psychos. Like, I literally chilled in my house after that for like hours drunk. Like, what the hell just happened? And now I have to hang out here with my psycho ex, with this girl who I just introduced him to like a week ago. Like, this girl was an innocent little girl, and now she's like here thinking she's some like big ass boss bitch who was just in and like, I don't even know. But anyways, point of the story, I learned a lot from that situation. I never hung out with that guy after that again. Like, I never seen his face after that. I know that he was like in and out of jail after that. He was in jail like right after that for shooting a girl in the pinky. Like, for one, you just shot a girl, and for two, like, in her, like, what? Like, he shot a girl in the pinky. How sad is that? Like, you, like, I don't even know. But I'm so glad that he doesn't try to contact me or anything. I mean, I think he like wrote to my house once from jail, and I just like, my mom wouldn't give it to me or anything. So I mean, that's probably a good thing. But I just can't believe I feel so bad for that girl. That girl is literally doing, like, she's in the hood now doing stupid shit, and I just feel like I learned a lot from that situation. I'm so lucky, because like, it could have turned out a lot worse for me being in that kind of relationship if I would have stayed into that relationship. Like, lots of girls I know like are getting abused, and my one friend like got her jaw broken by her boyfriend, and I'm just happy that I'm smart enough that I got out of that situation and I left. Hey guys, so that was my story on how my ex robbed my house to gunpoint, and if you liked it, subscribe. If you didn't like it, dislike this video. And if you want to see more story times like this, go press subscribe right now. Or don't. I love you all, and stay shining, stay grinding. Love you all.